all the kids don't get picked up, they stay overweight. And a lot of kids got picked up, so they have to go 4 Friday, and then last week I didn't work 2 days because of snow.
Yeah.
Now, if I would have worked at garden group, you have to begin with.
Yeah.
Of course, it's different. Garden group's
It's like assisted living or something?
yes, well, it's just from the, not just assisted living, it's a nursing home.
Yeah.
They don't want you to call it that. One time I spent the night, one time I left at 7 o'clock. This is, I clocked out and drove all the way down 1.1.
Yeah.
I miss the residents, but I don't miss the 10-hour days and some of the belonging something.
Yeah.
They got a good director now. I got a back to where it should be. I got a message at this church one time that I'm there to make the changes. I don't remember who gave me the message, but I got a message from somebody that I'm there to make the changes. So I took a lot and put it all over the place. I got it, this place I'm working now. So. So this guy, I think this is probably what I think of.
Yeah. That's nice.
Good evening, I'm Reverend Karen. I'll be your chairperson for this evening's service. Thank you to everyone for taking part in quiet energy service. Quiet energy work happens every Sunday prior to service. Your cooperation in building and maintaining this sacred space is greatly appreciated.
Divine oneness of being that man calls God, ascended masters and teachers, all personal angels and guides and beings in light, and we pray for this time. Thank you for working with us and working through us as we gather here today to raise our individual and collective vibration.
Just turn to the first page of your book and we'll say together the universal greeting. If this is new to you, please watch the service workers and follow along. I offer you peace, I offer you friendship, I offer you love. I hear your needs, I see your beauty, I feel your feelings. My wisdom flows from a higher source. I salute that source in you. Let us work together. Please turn to the next page and we'll say together the 9 principles of spiritualism. We believe in infinite intelligence. We believe that the phenomena of nature, both physical and spiritual, are the expression of infinite intelligence. We affirm that a correct understanding of such expression and living in accordance therewith constitute true religion. We affirm that the existence and personal identity of the individual continue after change called death. We affirm that communication with the so-called dead is a fact scientifically proven by the phenomena of spiritualism. We believe that the highest morality is contained in the golden rule. Whatsoever you would that others should do unto you, do ye also unto them. We affirm the moral responsibility of the individual and that we make our own happiness or unhappiness as we obey or disobey nature's physical and spiritual laws. We affirm that the doorway to reformation is never closed against any human soul, here or hereafter. We affirm that the precepts of prophecy and healing contained in all sacred texts are divine attributes proven through mediumship. say a few words?
Yeah.
But I've got to agree.
In the scripture, I wrote something.
Very.
I said, what is love? What does it mean to be in love? How can you be in love with any one particular person if you are still controlled by your habitual reactions? Why do we need healthy boundaries if we are meant to love everyone like God does? These questions will be addressed in a special Valentine's Day meditation. With moi. Okay. So, what is love? This dictionary definition. There is different kinds of love, whether it's your own personal description or a more established definition of like agape love, filial love, stuff like that. Words, heroes. That's it. Those things. Yeah, what you said. But then most people would have say something differently when it says when they would answer, what does it mean to be in love with somebody? And then this is particularly interesting to me. How can you be in love with any one particular person if you are still controlled by your habitual reactions? If you are still controlled by your old thoughts, trauma, wounds, reactions to trauma and wounds, lots of all kinds of buzzwords now, but it's all basically the same thing. I like the term wounds because it's more general. If you're still reacting, you're still reacting in habit thought. How do you know you're in love with someone and they're not just fulfilling your needs? Or is there a difference? Maybe that is what love is. Maybe love is when two people fulfill each other's needs. Maybe it's just that simple. I don't have the answers. I just think they're interesting questions. Oh, you didn't think I was going to answer those, did you? Myself? Oh, no. I've only been in this earth for over 50 years. This time. This go around. But those are things to ponder, especially if you've been in relationships before and you wonder why they failed. It's easy to blame other people. Oh, he did that, or she did that, or this wasn't the person I thought they were. That's a big one. Well, perhaps you weren't really looking. So those are the things we're gonna see what comes up in meditation.
Right. Can you be a little louder, Lee?
Louder?
Yeah, can you?
I guess.
Of course. We welcome your donations to help us maintain our presence in the community. You may donate via our website, circleoflightstl.org, or our Facebook page. For those who use Amazon, please consider using smile.amazon.com and choose Circle of Light Independent Spiritualist Church in St. Louis as your nonprofit. Amazon will give us a small donation at no cost to you. We also collect donations for the Southwest Indian Foundation, which provides stoves and food baskets to Native Americans during the holiday season. Each year we allocate funds to help them. If you'd like your donation specifically to go to that fund, just tell us when you donate. We thank you for your donations. All funds received help us in our mission to seek, develop, and teach the knowledge of the relationship between humanity and spirit. The crystal globe displayed here is filled with prayer and energy for healing Mother Earth and all her children. Everyone is welcome to contribute prayers for world peace and world healing. We invite you to add your energies to this sacred sharing. We also keep a wooden prayer request box. You are welcome to send us requests for healing. Throughout the week, lightworkers focus their energies on the prayers to add to this sacred act. We will now say the prayer for spiritual healing, after which there will be a short silence for you to softly say the names of anyone that you would like to receive extra healing this week. I ask the great unseen healing force to remove all obstructions from my mind and body and to restore me to perfect health. I ask this in all sincerity and honesty, and I redeem my part. I ask the great unseen healing force to help both present and absent ones who are in need of help, and to restore them to perfect health. I put my trust in love and power of God. For announcements, I believe next week we'll be having an oil anointing ceremony. So if anybody is planning on coming and they have any sensitivities, let us know.
Like putting, those are lavender or something?
Yeah. Yeah, but they might be allergic to something in the oil that we use.
Okay.
We usually anoint the third eye. If you prefer that not happen, we can anoint the palm of the hand. Anything else exciting happening?
I guess what we'll do next week.
No, well, not. Karen, she won't be here again. We'll have to do it without her. Any of you who are paid members of the church, dues have been due since the first of the year.
Right.
$15. You can, that's right, you can do that again through our website, through Facebook. Or you can hand us cash.
Mm-hmm.
We're not proud, we're tired. Once again, we thank you for your donations. Do this in prayer over the
I
altar.
will. Great Spirit, universal oneness, God, in all your forms, thank you for being with us today, and thank you for energizing these donations with your divine light and guiding them with your wisdom. So
We now come to the message portion of the service. The message worker that sits before you this evening actively develops her gifts so she may be a clear channel for this work. Please actively listen to each message, as these come from universal source via our guides. They may be tailored for the individual, but deliver wisdom to the whole. To welcome each of our spirit workers, we sing together to raise the vibrations in our circle. We view the word God as a universal term for deity rather than signifying any one particular path. I'll be your message bearer this evening. If we could sing Revive Us Again, verses 1 and 2.
we praise thee, O God, for the Son of thy love, for Jesus who died and has now gone above. Hallelujah, I'm speechless. Hallelujah, amen. Hallelujah, I'm speechless. Revive us again. We praise thee, O God, for the Spirit of light, who has shown us our Savior and scattered our night. Hallelujah, I'm speechless. Hallelujah, amen. Hallelujah, I'm speechless. Revive us again.
Thank you. I'm Reverend Karen, and I'm here tonight with Dr. Pastor, White Mountain, and Running Buffalo. Susan, you're being shown flipping a coin. But this is a trick coin. It has two heads. So the only question for you is, are you the one that brought that coin? That's the key. If you want the decision to go the way that you want, you have to make sure that things are weighted in your favor. So you have to make sure that it's your trick coin, not their trick coin. Joyce. Joyce, Spirit is showing me different fruits that we tend to cut into slices from around the core, like apples and peaches. And they're saying it has to do with the way the moon looks when it looks like that, and it's got that shape at the quarters. That everybody tends to pay attention to the new moon and the full moon and completely overlook the fact that the other quarters have significance in their own way. So you are asked to meditate on how you might be able to incorporate that moon energy of the quarters into your life. Sabrina. Sabrina, you're being shown bouncing a ball, and you know there's always circumstances where that ball can get deflated. You know, somebody could step on it, a dog could chew on it. There's somebody who always wants to take the air out and spoil the enjoyment that you're getting from it. What Spirit wants you to be aware of is that you always have the ability to reinflate that ball. That just because somebody thinks they're going to, you know, rain on your parade and say, ha ha, I've spoiled your fun by flattening your ball, all you have to say is, you have succeeded in doing nothing. Because I can just reinflate it and go on my merry way. You basically, it's a you have no power over the message. And you're being asked to remember that don't let them take your power. You still have the power. Deb. Deb, there is a phenomenon that is called a neutron star. And it is when a supernova collapses and it becomes something extraordinarily dense. And in some cases, it becomes a pulsar where it spins incredibly rapidly and shoots out gamma rays that, if they're pointed in the wrong direction, can be extremely destructive. It is a difficult thing to appreciate simply because it's hard to think of something the size of a city that is the collapsed remnants of what had been the size of a star spinning at up to 300 times a second and shooting out gamma rays like they were the two-ended lightsaber. It is an immense amount of energy contained in what should be something that would be considered dead. This is a very large star that exploded in a catastrophic way, and its remnants collapsed down into this thing. So even in the face of what should be a virtual annihilation of something, there is still something of immense power and energy left behind. It's something that Spirit says anyone can draw upon if they're in a situation that seems like they've received the tower card, like everything has been destroyed. They're asked to consider how much energy is still available in the universe to be drawn upon, even in that time when it all seems like ashes. Good. William, I don't know whether you've seen these YouTube videos, but they show people, you know those little ball strings that you've got if you've got an old style clicking light.
Yeah.
Okay, there are artists who take those strings of that and they set them in a way, they put paint on them and set them in such a way that when they pull the paint, they pull the beads away, and it makes this piece of art. Mostly it's like a flower that's all built on, you know, what paints they put at what point, and just the movement of it makes this sort of flowing design. So even something that seems like it wouldn't be my first choice for an artistic medium, is still available to use to create something beautiful. Spirit asked you to consider what would be considered like Project Runway as the unconventional materials challenge. How can you use something in a way that it was not originally designed for to make something of beauty, in whatever form that means to you? Lois.
Yes, ma'am.
Lois, you're being shown with an old school slingshot, and you're saying, I don't want the type that David used to kill Goliath, because I'm not using it for violent purposes. I'm using it to spread love, to spread joy, to spread positive energy. So I want something that I can focus and send out these little packets of positive energy without having something that I really wind up and could do harm with. That's exactly the opposite of what you're trying to do here. So, it's something that we usually think of from childhood. So it's that childlike enthusiasm for life and joy that you're spreading by using this slingshot, and you're asked to consider that as something maybe used in a meditation. If you want to target particular people who are in need of that positive lift that you can give them. Thank you. Jamie, do you want one message?
Sure, thank you.
All right. The image that I'm being shown is the old game that you play with the baby of the disappearing nose. I've got your nose. And it works because the child does not have the sense of self yet. to differentiate what is them and what is not them. It is their connection to how we all were at the beginning. There was no differentiation between us and anyone else. We were all one in the divine potential. And Spirit is asking you to consider whether doing a meditation where you try to go back and remember what it was like to be one with everything. Like in the old Buddhist joke, when the Buddhist comes to order, what would you like? I'd like one with everything. I'd like to be one with everything. They're asking you to consider approaching it from a more personal, more visceral way, rather than being kind of stuck in your head. Think of those early days when you were just, everybody was part of you and you were part of everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you for allowing me to stand between the worlds.
You.
All right, now we'll go to the meditation portion of our service, which is being presented by Reverend William.
All right. Thank you for being here. We invite you to sit comfortably. If you are new to meditation, we suggest you have feet flat on the floor, sitting with spine straight. Hands open in your lap. Give your attention to your breathing. Observe the in and outflow of air. Give your body permission to relax. Allow all the cares and concerns of the everyday world to float away like bubbles. If any of those things are truly important, they can come back later. Feel your body relaxing. Appreciate that you are achieving deeper and deeper relaxation. As your body relaxes, your mind stills, and you find it easy to turn your attention to the center of your being, this is in the area of your heart. See here your light, your true essence. Cause that light to expand, filling your entire body, all the way out to the soles of your feet, out to your fingertips, up to the top of your head. Your mental and emotional and physical stillness and your bright light gain the attention of your higher self. Feel your higher self moving closely above your head, and your higher self, that connection between you and the source. Your higher self sends a beam of pure white light down to the top of your head and connecting into that light at the center of your being, feeding, supplying that light in the center of your being. And you know this light is infinite. It can never run out. There is no beginning or end. This great light has always existed and will always exist. So you know by logic there is no need to hold on to your light. There's an infinite supply. So bring to your awareness, bring to the forefront of your mind that one important aspect of love is trust. What do you see in your beautiful mind? What do you see when you say to yourself, I trust myself? Just be aware of the picture in your head when you say, I trust myself. Now clear that screen. Clear that movie screen inside your head. And notice what picture comes to that screen. You say, I trust my higher self. Does that picture change when you say, I trust God, or I trust the source? Your behavior, your actions of every moment of every day demonstrate to your higher self the truth, your values, what you are truly committed to shows in your everyday behavior. One way to demonstrate love, the highest love, is to be true to yourself. Be true to your convictions. Consciously demonstrate every moment your values, your priorities, your loves. And just let that movie play on that screen in your mind. What is my life like when I do this? What is my life like when I'm true to myself? When I demonstrate consistently my convictions, my values, what I hold dear. Are you happy with that picture? Is it beautiful? If it's anything other than beautiful and harmonious, you may change it now. Give yourself permission to change that right now. You as a human being are empowered with reasoning. You have the power of choice. You can respond consciously, mindfully, and willfully instead of habitually reacting. What an incredible act of love that is. What a beautiful way to demonstrate love. And now that you've created that beautiful and harmonious picture, let it play out. What is my life like, my everyday life? When I get up in the morning, or whatever time of day you get up, throughout your day, to the evening, and back into slumber. What is it like when I live true to myself? How do I feel? What do I feel as I visualize my day from this new perspective? Do I feel happy, fulfilled, loving, loved, accepted, beautiful? empowered, powerful, bright. That is how you know when you're being honest with yourself, true to yourself. That's how you will feel. Beautiful, loved, accepted, powerful. As you know, light is infinite. The big light, there's no beginning, no end, no way to drain it dry or empty the tank. It is infinite in the truest meaning of the word. So, there is no reason to limit yourself. There is no reason to hide your light, to minimize yourself, to compromise yourself for the comfort of others, or any other reason. There is every reason to shine brightly, to be true to yourself, to know thyself. What does that look like in your mind? Oh yes, it will change. Even if this is a new awareness or new perspective in this moment right now, it will change more. It will expand and expand and expand and expand. In fact, that has been the goal of the great mystics, or even the unknown mystics all along. To have such a generous sense of self that it includes all of creation. At the highest vibration, at the highest level of consciousness, there is no me or me. There is no us and them. There is no black and white. All is one. The ultimate love is ultimate inclusiveness, ultimate acceptance, and ultimate oneness. Love transcends everything. Love transcends your personality, your personal problems, the wounds that you believe that you have. Love transcends all of that. Love heals all of it. To be clear, by transcend, I do not mean ignore. You mean to truly rise your consciousness above your old beliefs. We know from studying the mind that you believe the picture in your head. Whatever your own truth is, what you see is what you believe. One of the key ways to change your beliefs is to change the picture in your head. Of course, the converse is also true. So why not raise your consciousness to your higher self and ask your higher self, tell your higher self, I'm ready. Fill me with light. Fill me with so much light that it displaces, it pushes out the darkness. Darkness does not move. Light moves. As has been described, light is the active force. Light displaces darkness. Darkness cannot push out light. Light displaces darkness. Welcome the light. Welcome the love. Tell your higher self, I am ready. Fill me with love. If I am anything, I am a vehicle of God's love. Make it so now. Assess yourself once again. How does that feel? What does it feel like? Has filling yourself with light changed that picture in your head? Is it starting to change your beliefs about yourself or how you identify yourself? I am a vehicle of love. I embody complete acceptance of myself and others. Acceptance displaces judgment. Love displaces resentment. Light displaces dark. Kindness displaces defensiveness. allow this immense light, this love that flows through you, allow that to generate within you a desire that starts in the gut and works it up to the heart and up to the mind, into your consciousness. Allow this deep desire to manifest, to be this. Allow that to enter your body. Allow that to fill your body with motivation and urgency. Feel that power course through your body. Choose now, with your powerful mind, to be fully embodied, to be fully here and now. All the way down to the soles of your feet, out to your fingertips, up to the top of your head. When you're ready, please open your eyes. Over.
Close of prayer.
No.
Divine oneness of being. Through the levels of being, down to our individual selves. Thank you once again for working with us and working through us, uniting us here today, whether in person or by way of technology. Thank you for filling us with light and desire to love, to be who you came here to be. Amen.
Amen. Thank you for being in our circle of life. Stand with us as we sing together, let there be peace.
I'm gonna go over here and let, make it
Okay.
you know, so more balance. You want to move over that way just a little bit? Just a bit.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, a peace that was meant to be. With God as creator, family all are we. Let me walk with my family in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me, let this be the moment now. With every breath I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
Hugs to the world.
Virtual
Hugs to us.
Virtual hugs.
Hug yourself first and then hug the world. That was awesome, and I'm glad it's recorded.